Good evening, and welcome to this brand new, quaint little ASMR video. I hope you're doing well, but if not, then as always, I hope that I can at least improve upon your mood a little bit. My name is Avande, and today we are being very unconventional, especially for my tastes, because what is this? I am recording a video, actually a video, with my very bad webcam that is probably like 8 years old by now, because I don't really use webcams anymore, so I never had a reason to upgrade. Also, these are my incredibly hairy hands, and I apologize for them. But I was thinking, what kind of, ASMR video can I record for today? And I saw my laptop, and I have to give a brief, little but tragic story about this here laptop, which is amazing. But no, I have to correct myself. It was amazing. And I have a lot of cool little stickers on here. And I just want to talk a little bit about these stickers. I want to keep this. I don't know how to say it. I don't want to record a lot of real life videos. That's not really what furries are about anyways. I don't have a fursuit. I just got my really, really cool artwork for my character, for my fursona. And so I do not need to record real life videos. But I thought it would be a nice chance to use some visual triggers, talk about some cool stickers, maybe something else if the video length demands it, and yeah, just give you all a little bit of a behind the scenes, into my recording setup and my setup in general. If you can't tell, or if you can't see it, or you're not seeing it properly, this is a Genshin Impact mousepad. So yes, I am in fact degenerate because I play Genshin Impact. Though I have to say my guilty pleasure right now is Zenless Zone Zero, because it actually has furry characters, unlike Genshin. Genshin has cat girls, but that's a step removed from furries. And also a downgrade in my opinion. It also has cat boys, so it's not because it's girls, but just hey, anthros are just way cooler than just regular old cat girls, I guess. At least for me. This is starting off incredibly weird. You can probably see this Rubik's Cube here. I put it between the screen and the lower part of the laptop so that it's propped up, because I do not have a good camera setup. The webcam is literally, it's here. It's dangling kind of from my screen, from my desktop. It's not properly affixed to it, so that it can record at this angle, which is incredibly unconventional, as I said. This is all very boring background stuff. A little weird fact, by the way, is that I don't know why, but my fingernails are like magnets for dust or dirt or whatever. And so I will have cleaned them. 5 minutes later, there's already something under them again. And just in case it happens for this video, I don't think the camera quality will be good enough, but in case it happens, I'm sorry. And I hope that you can relax despite my weird fingers. Right. Yes, I want to talk about this here laptop and the cool stickers on it. I don't know what's a cool trigger to start with. I don't hear my own audio, so I could be fucking up everything. I'm probably doing that. I don't know. Let's just. Last video I talked about a very big pencil, and I think some of you are doubting whether or not I'm telling the truth. But this is the big pencil. My hand for reference. This was gifted to me. It's very stupid, but also incredibly funny, and I love it. Yeah, random, again, tangents. I'm all about tangents. So to give a little backstory on this laptop here, I needed a laptop or tablet. This is technically a 2-in-1 because you can rotate this like almost 360 degrees. And then you have tablet mode, and it has touch, and you can use a pen on it. I needed something because I was going to college. Well, here in Germany it's university, but basically college. And I wanted to go digital for that part of my life. So I said, yeah, I need that. And I bought this laptop, and that was in 2019. And so this nice, device, let's say, is close to 7 years old now. It's 6.5 years old. It was in summer of 2019 when I bought this. And so it's there. It's not getting there because it is in fact broken now. I can give it I can have it repaired probably at some point, but I don't know if it's worth the hassle, or if I just use probably the same amount of money to just buy a new laptop. I wrote this on Twitter or X, but the last 3 things this thing ever did successfully was help me write my term paper, because I did have to write a term paper, otherwise I wouldn't have my degree. It let me run Discord and call people on Discord to motivate me to write the term paper, which is just as important as writing the term paper. And it let me draw one more time for Zorki on X, who is the amazing and wonderful artist who drew my persona in all of its glory. And then it just didn't work anymore. It's not charging, it's not going, like I cannot start it anymore. It's very sad. In summer of last year, so 2025, I bought all of these stickers, or most of these, and I put them on here. And then half a year later it's broken, and it sucks. You guys, it sucks. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm debating. I could just put it somewhere up on a shelf or behind a wall and just use it like a very unconventional display just to show all of the stickers. Because I am very afraid of ruining the stickers if I try to like use a hairdryer or something. So maybe I'll just keep it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm probably gonna go in the chronological order of these stickers. Like most of these are from the same con, obviously, but some of these came before all of the other ones. And I did ask ChatGPT how to best place all of these stickers. I'm by no means good at it. Case in point. But I tried, and it kind of worked. I had to workshop a lot, but the placement is still like I'm happy with it, but whatever. Right. So the first sticker that I want to go into is this one. Okay. So this is a little silly ghost. And it says SSABEGE. I'm doing this, looking downwards, so tracing the letters will be scuffed. Whatever. ISTERT. And this is a German turn of phrase, but it's a ghost, and this says Geist, which is German for ghost, and for lack of the accurate term to describe it, but begeistert or begeistern is German for impress. Basically, like there are more fitting terms to use, but the gist of it is impress or elate, I guess. And so the SSA is the school that I went to and that I got my degree from. And we all got these stickers, and I was like, hey, why not? I like the school. I really like the school. And so I just put it up on my laptop because that was the very first sticker I put on there. It was just blank otherwise. And I thought, why not? It's funny. It's cool. I like the school. I'm just going to put it on here. Very cool school, of course, in Germany. So, like, yeah. Not really important for most of you. Right, but it's a funny little ghost that actually one of the students drew for the school as their mascot. And it's just a fun little tidbit, There's not much more to it. And that was the first sticker I ever put. Next up, I'm gonna pick this one. Next up is this sticker. And some of you might recognize this. By the way, I wish I could zoom in, and I had this whole elaborate plan of live editing and just zooming in so that I can, have the stickers be bigger and more readable. But unless I go into OBS and manually, zoom into the scene, which would be disorienting and annoying, I think this is going to be fine. I hope you can see it. Technically, if you're watching on your phone, you can zoom into the video. So that's a possibility. This is, and I'm gonna pronounce it so badly, Rimash Mapish. How do you say it? I'm getting so self-conscious about that right now. But Rimash Mapish, one of the, not, well, that's probably debatable, but a quite a big and successful furry ASMR artist on YouTube. Maybe the first furry ASMR artist I ever listened to. Really liked their content. I moved on from their content, but I constantly need new content creators for ASMR because of tingle immunity. You know how it is. But I have been subscribed to their Patreon for like 2 or 3 months and was sent this sticker as a gift for staying, a patron or being a patron for that many months. And I really, really liked the sticker, and I thought, yeah, that's cool. And then for a hot minute, I debated whether or not I would put it on my laptop actually, because I took this with me to school, and people would see me whip out the laptop, and people would maybe ask, why is he putting a random raccoon, and not just a raccoon with glasses that is bipedal. Why is he putting this on his laptop? What's going on? And like one of the biggest or scariest things I have to deal with is people in my social life or work life now finding out that I'm a furry. Because let's be real, it's still a very iffy subject. But I chose to just put it on there, because where else will I put a sticker like that? And I don't regret it. Like, people have only said positive things about this one. And I mean, it's a really, really nice sticker. I mean, one thing that I'm kind of bothered by is, and it's not a unique thing, and it's a very stupid thing to like kind of be sad or troubled about, but Remash does not safe for work ASMR on Patreon. And so I technically have a not safe for work content creator plastered on my laptop, which is a little weird. But yeah, there will be videos, ASMR videos, where I talk about not safe for work and my thoughts on it. And not that anyone will care about my thoughts on NSFW, but whatever. But I love this sticker. Let's stay positive. Okay. And then, just before all of the bulk of these stickers came this one. Now, if you can't tell what this says, or what it is a funny little wolf. Right. Probably wolf. With cool clothing and cool piercings, doing kind of a T-pose and asking, do I look like a furry to you? Which, yes, you do. I'm not going to get that one yet. I'm going to get my Asus pen for my Asus laptop. That doesn't work anymore, but whatever. I look I didn't buy this for myself. Um, One of my classmates from school, who I openly talked with them about being a furry, because they love Beastars. What can I say? And they are maybe just as weird as me, in different aspects. But they were at a con. They regularly go to cons because they cosplay professionally. And they were like, hey, so, the school year is nearly ending. We won't see each other afterwards. I was at a con. I saw this sticker. It reminded me of you. I'm giving it to you. And it was this fucking sticker saying, do I look like a furry to you? Which, my god, was the funniest shit. The tiniest bit embarrassing, but mostly just the funniest shit I've ever seen. No, it was so funny. I felt seen. Right? I felt seen. By a very talented and wonderful artist, by the way. The sad thing is, I do not have the calling cards for the artists anymore, so I cannot shout them out or link to them in the comments or in the video description below. I'm very sad about that. If you guys know the artist, then please feel free to say something in the comments so that I can properly, link to them. This is probably my favorite sticker because this was gifted to me, so it's not just a funny, relatable sticker, it was also a gift, and I love it. And now, and I'm gonna have to speed it along just a little bit because of the video length, we have not a pen but a brush. The good old brush that you all probably love because it's a very good brush. And I'm gonna point with it. So, I talked about being at a furry con, an anime con. I am too much of a coward to attend a furry con, at least as of now. But I was at an anime con where I got all of these amazing stickers. And so the first person I bought stickers from was incidentally the same artist who drew this. And I got to talking with them, and I told them, hey, so funny story, a friend of mine bought a sticker from you, and it was literally this sticker, and they just called me out like that. And yeah, she found it incredibly funny. I found it incredibly funny, a little bit embarrassing, but hey, I'm buying furry stickers, what's there to hide anymore? And from this same artist who drew this, I got this silly little goober, which perfectly sums up my thought process most of the time. Because he is loading, infinitely loading, and I love him. Brushing. Then we have internal screaming, because also incredibly relatable for me. And this is also so incredibly funny as a sticker. And I love it. Then we have, this says, wanna hear about my OCs? And then a way too excited little guy who also gets brushies, as does the internal screamer. It's not really that I have a lot of OCs, it's mostly just my persona, obviously. But if I feel like someone is okay talking about furries, and I don't know a lot of people who are like that, then I am very tempted to talk about my persona, and so I do relate to this sticker. But the artist was incredibly funny and cool. And so, like, I loved being able to support them by just buying a few silly little stickers. And these are all of the one. No, I forgot the last one for a very specific reason. It's this one. You could maybe barely see it. The sticker, it says art is hard, which is very true. I can relate. It did have a white background, but that was the paper that you peel it from. And then only when I was at home did I realize that this was see-through or transparent. So this is probably the sticker that is hardest to see and read. Because of that, I still love it. The art is incredible. But yeah, it's unfortunate that I didn't know. I mean, it's unfortunate that art is hard is the one that gives me the most trouble. Also ironic and topical. I then went on, just to speed this along a little bit, I went on to another artist. These ones are not furry themed, but these ones are my favorite Baldur's Gate 3 characters, where I have to say that Lae'zel is my favorite and Shadowheart is the close second. So you can, judge me all you want. I don't care. I really, really like Lae'zel. And Shadowheart was, against my best wishes, my first Baldur's Gate 3 romance. And I still like her because she's just the most well-written character in the game. Or companion. So, yeah, those two. Also, what a power dynamic. Right. Then, there was one artist where I think I only bought one sticker from them, and it's this one. This is a funny, cool little cat in a box. This one is, not white, it's cardboard colored, so it is a little weird for the aesthetics of the entire thing. But I love the art style, it's so cool. Then we have probably where I bought. No, it's not the most stickers, but it's also fun. So this is a funny and silly little guy with a huge machete. It's like a demonic rabbit, I would describe it as. With two very ironic stickers. Here they are laying on their side, covered in blood. And the text says, "Save animals, eat people." So yeah, sure. And then this one, they are a little lost. They don't really know what to do. And it says, "Another silly little guy, another murder." I mean, yeah, he does look like a murderer. So, checks out. I just love how stupid and silly this little guy is. But he can also kill you in like 20 ways, probably, so yeah. Then we have a guilty pleasure of mine. If you were to ask me cats or dogs, I would say dogs. I do not like cats, particularly. I like dogs a lot more. And if I were to get a pet at some point, and I want to, then it would be a dog. But this is a cat. It has its paw on a glass. It's looking straight at you, and it's asking, wouldn't that be unfortunate? And yeah, relatable. Cats do throw shit off of tables, or really everything. They just love causing chaos. And while I do not like cats, maybe specifically because of that, this sticker made me laugh, and so I got it. And then this is just the skull, which is one of my favorite Pokemon. It's very sad that the evolution does not look nearly as cool. But I have this weird little obsession when it comes to Pokemon where there are some Pokemon who in their first form or second form are incredibly cool and I love them. And then they evolve further and I'm like, I don't care about you anymore. And it's this one. Because I love this design. And that's why I got the sticker. And I love Trubbish. Because it's so funny that there's just a stupid little trash bag with a face running around. But then the stupid little trash bag evolves and it's now just, a pile of trash. And it's not cute. It's stupid but not silly. And I don't care about it anymore. Oh well. Right. So these are all of the cool stickers. I do have some more things to, if I can find it. There's just one more thing to show, really. But the artist who drew this cat, I bought a postcard from them that I will never in my life send away because the postcard is fucking cool. And it's this one. And I don't know why, but this design is fucking fantastic. And I love it. It's so cool. And I just had to buy it. And I'm gonna put it up in my room at some point. I love this design. People will probably look at me why I have a cat with tentacles just posted up in my room. But I don't care. I don't care what they say. This is the sticker part done, but I kind of already prepared something else, and so I just quickly want to do it because otherwise I just did it for nothing. The video can be like 5 minutes longer, I feel like. So this is gonna be a little treat for all of those who, watched up until the end. Right, so first of all, this is like Tainari used to be my favorite Genshin character for the longest time, and I still really like Tainari. This doesn't have to do with anything, I just thought I would tell you. I mean, you can tell why I like Tainari. There's like 2 good reasons right here. No, you can't see it. He does also have a tail, but you can't see it in this picture. That's sad. Oh well. But, I prepared something else. I featured them a lot in my previous videos. I've talked about them a lot. And I now want to show you my plushies that I've used in these videos. Because plushies are awesome. Fight me, I don't care. And you have a visual of what is relaxing you from now on. Although I have to say, that I kind of like, or I really prefer the audio only ASMR because of the unpredictability and just not knowing what it is that is used for making sounds currently. Like, you cannot prepare for the triggers, and that unpredictability and, just not knowing what comes ahead, I think adds to the ASMR effect. Nonetheless, I will bring them in, and I will start with my favorite, still after all this time, this little goober. Okay, I am debating, just give me a second. I am debating zooming out. I zoomed out, you guys, obviously. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay. So you can see it better. So this little guy, little tail, is a spotted hyena. I have not named this one. I think I have at some point. I absolutely forgot the name though. And so this one is not named. I love this. Now, granted, not to go too much into personal life here, but the person who gifted this to me, a classmate of mine, we tried building up a relationship. It didn't work. I'm gonna say that I can't call her an ex because we've technically never been together, right? You can definitely go ahead and judge me for hanging on to this. But I absolutely love it. Like, it's a hyena. Like, I have been laughed at school because I proclaimed my love for hyenas, and I told people, yeah, no, like, hyenas are just my favorite animal, and people are usually like, huh? But I don't care. Hyenas are incredibly cool, and it's super soft, and this is the first plushie that I, in my adult life, chose to hug while sleeping. And I have done so ever since, with different plushies. Yes, I am an adult, but yes, I hug stuff to fall asleep better. And it started with this little guy. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's a little scuffed, right? But like, nothing is perfect. Like, technically, depends on how you look at it. Everything is perfect because imperfections make you perfect. But let's not go into all that. But so cool, so cool. Technically, while I'm on that, because we are hyena themed currently. I mean, I'm always hyena themed. My persona is a hyena, but this is the notebook that was gifted to me by the same classmate. And it's not a dog, not a cat. Just awesome. Absolutely 100% correct. I love it. It's really fun. It's really cool. I love it. I did not write anything in this. I want to wait until I come up with something deserving that I'm going to put in this. But until then, it's just going to stay the way it is. Okay. So, that was my hyena. Next up is, I'm just going to go in the order of, how I bought them, or in which order I bought them. Next up is the incredible Eevee Squishmallow, which, again, hand for reference. This thing is huge. This is probably the most huggable plush I own. It's squishy. That people in the comments gonna be like, "No, leave Eevee alone." I would never hurt it because it's so fluffy. You guys, you don't even know. Like this thing, this little, first of all, these little paws. My God. I've never had a more huggable plush, as I said. It's so cool. Fun little ears. Yeah, and I used to brush the microphone in past videos with this ring of fabric because it's so, or fur or faux fur, I don't really know what to call it. It's so incredibly fluffy. You guys don't know. You guys do not know. But Eevee knows. Sorry, also, I ate not long ago, so my voice be fucked up. Last but not least, because the video is getting close to 45 minutes again, is the Kurama plush from Naruto. This is, I used it in my last video. The sounds were not audible, sadly. I'm really sorry about that. I thought it would be cool to kind of squish it, but the microphone can barely pick that up. So I had to pad it. And it has. It's the nine-tailed fox from Naruto, in case you were wondering. So these are the 9 tails. I did not actually count them. I don't know if this is scuffed and it's 8 tails or something. But I don't care. This is also incredibly fluffy. Not as fluffy as the Eevee, but still, it is up there. It's just a funny little shape. It's just sleeping. He's just sleepy. Kurama just sleepy. I was about to say Eepee. Now I did. Oh well. But yeah. Technically, I hope this is you all by now, because ASMR is for relaxation and sleep, and so I hope that you are able to relax and fall asleep. So I'm actually gonna prop him up here a little bit. Can't really do a good job for the camera, whatever. I didn't come up with an outro for this one because I don't plan ahead ever. But man, this is awkward. And I should know how to give head pats and stroke creatures relatively this size, because our relatives have a dog, a little white dog, that whenever I'm at their place I get to pet that dog for 3 hours at gatherings. They give me the dog and they know that I am occupied or preoccupied, because I do a very, very good job petting that dog. I don't get to at home. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're relaxed. I hope that you could find this relaxing, at least a little bit. Obviously, I'm a little, unprepared. I didn't really plan this ahead. I hope that when I go back and listen to it all, that it's not going to be too scuffed, and that it's actually, that I'm going to be able to just upload it without too much editing. But yeah, I hope that you like this little bit of a look behind the scenes, actually a look at me, or what I'm, comfortable sharing. I went the EG route of ASMR by showing my hands. Like EG obviously has his fursuit paws, so it's more immersive for the furry world, whereas I am just a little, I'm not that little, but I'm just a weird guy just doing ASMR, kind of amateur style. I'm gonna be very awkward and give a few belly rubs. That angle is actually incredibly funny. I don't know why it tickles me that much when I'm not the one being tickled. Whatever. I hope you have a good night, a good sleep, or I hope that you could relax a little bit. Maybe to prepare yourself for a big occasion. Maybe to just center yourself, calm down. Maybe you're listening to this while gaming. That's absolutely what I do with ASMR nowadays. I can't actually fall asleep listening to ASMR, because whenever I try listening to something while falling asleep, I will just wake back up with a fright by some noise. It's not that relaxing because it's always in the back of my mind that I'm gonna wake up again. So I put on rain sounds when I go to sleep, but I do listen to ASMR whenever I am gaming, because I gotta stay true to ASMR, But however you're using this, thank you very much for listening and watching this time. Maybe I'll see you in the next one, but you decide that for yourself. I appreciate all of the interaction that I get to have with you guys. I appreciate all of the subscribers that I've gotten. Like 38 subscribers is already more people than I count in my friend group, so that's amazing. Interact however you want to interact. It's absolutely fine. And maybe until next time. Goodbye.